Welcome to the House of Kairos. Does it ever feel like the world around us is fake? Do you ever feel like you're stuck in the Matrix?
Do you feel the impulse to break the fourth wall and see the world from a different perspective?
The topic for today revolves around our distant neighbor, Pluto.
Society is hyper-focused on the superficial, and we seem to fixate on our tangible problems that we face in our day-to-day world.
But we leave our deeper growth for our winter years, or reserve it for those who've dedicated their lives to answering those questions. Poor little Pluto. Seemingly isolated from the planetary party, it's often misunderstood.
And this is partly because of its astronomical reclassification in 2006 as a dwarf planet. Though this was big news for the scientific world, in astrology we take a little more philosophical angle.
Regardless of the title, planet versus dwarf planet, we gotta give some respect to Pluto for being one of the largest bodies orbiting our sun beyond Neptune. This region of the solar system is called the Kuiper Belt, and it's an enormous expanse of mostly icy, tiny bodies dotted with an occasional larger asteroid, like Pluto. And though the planet wasn't discovered until 1930, it established its place in the 21st century psyche, partly thanks to the effort of the Walt Disney Company. In this way, Pluto acts as an icon for the Kuiper Belt. The nameless canine sidekick first appeared in a short titled The Chain Gang later that same year, and by the next year, Pluto the Pup was officially named and would become one of Disney's sensational six. Thanks to the 20th century icon, the public vernacular has embraced Pluto. By the dawn of the next century, Pluto is reclassified as a dwarf planet and continues to be the most famous example of the category.
With all this established, we can define Pluto's role in astrology today.
Being the furthest from the sun, Pluto's orbit allows it to influence generations at a time.
The significance of Pluto means that society will have to adapt its approach to confronting the unfamiliar.
Named after the god of the underworld, we look below the superficial for Pluto's dominion. Much like the mysteries underground, Pluto rules over the subconscious. They could be imagined like a mycelium spreading across the forest floor. Ripples in culture that change over time.
The energies represent a societal focal point for growth and transformation. They are the tough conversations we wrestle with through time from generation to generation.
On the individual moment, we recognize them in the moments we feel weakest. There are pep talks we give ourselves in the mirror, and us discovering a strength we didn't know we had before. It could be seen as a sense of perseverance or self-preservation. These disruptions rise from the depths of our psyche, and they're quintessentially Plutonian.
Pluto's energy encourages us to integrate change and revision into our active thoughts. Pluto's energies can be uncomfortable, but this ascension can be expressed as a generational trauma or experienced through a mystic's personal journey.
Regardless of the issues Pluto asks us to confront, the lessons will be challenging. To reach out to the furthest expanses of our collective consciousness is to confront the largest unknowns of the human condition. Love, death, sacrifice, ecstasy can all be found in Pluto's waters. The human condition is full of shared experiences that bind us as families and communities. Pluto represents a well of collected knowledge and wisdom passed down over eons. Another common association are psychedelic and near-death experiences. Studies have shown that at death's door, we experience waves of a chemical cocktail including serotonin and dimethyltryptamine. They seem to show vivid hallucinations and heightened brain activity. Psychedelic substances have been used by many cultures around the world throughout time. And the conversation of opening the door for scientific research could bring alternatives to people who haven't had success with traditional methods of therapy. Pluto is therapeutic in a way that truly heals, but time is needed for the effects to settle in. Roughly every 18 to 20 years, the themes will shift, but those are indicating where we need to lean in harder. The energies of Pluto are not to be taken lightly, but it's a power that can be harnessed to understand your greatest potential. Thanks for joining us on this cosmic journey through the House of Kairos. Check out our first ever video and make sure to like and subscribe. Until next time, keep reaching for the stars and let the mysteries of the universe inspire your curiosity.